everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, then welcome. My name's Christina, and on my channel we talk all things beauty from my own experiences. So before you go, make sure to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and leave any comments that you have for me down below. Today we're going to be reviewing and swatching all of the brand new Summer Friday lip oils. These things sold like hotcakes. I could not believe how quickly these sold out. Luckily, I was able to get my hands on them, so let's go ahead and talk all about these. These are currently available on Summer Friday's website as well as Sephora. Actually, they do carry them, but they're out of stock online. So they retail for $26. There are 4 different shades of these lip oils. Now they did do a preview on Sephora's app the day before the official launch of it, and one of the shades, it was Rosewood Nights. It sold out that first day during the preview, and after that I was like, oh man, these are gonna sell super quickly. And I was debating on buying them online, but then I was like, let me go ahead and go into my Sephora store. If you guys follow me on Instagram, I was giving you like real-time updates on my stories whenever that morning happened, and I went to Sephora and I was looking for them and I updated you guys on what they told me. So basically they launched on a Thursday, and then they didn't have them in stores until the next day, Friday. And I was going to be out of town with a girlfriend, so luckily my husband was actually able to go into the Sephora store and pick up all 4 before they sold out that same day. How insane is that? I don't know. I knew it was going to be a big launch, but I just could not believe that it sold out in store as well as online. It sold out online that day that it launched on the website, but I'm pretty sure they still have them stocked on Summer Friday's website. Let's talk specs. These are $26. There are 4 different shades. It says it's a plush lip oil that glides on like a dream to deliver high shine, tint, and intense hydration. They have vegan oil complex for moisture, softer, and more supple lips, and vitamin E to protect, nourish, and soften dryness-prone lips. It says that you can use these alone, or you can use it to top any of your favorite lip colors. So it is supposed to be more of like a sheer coverage, you know? All right, so let's go ahead and do the swatches now. So I'm gonna do lightest to darkest, starting off with the shade Pink Cloud. It's a really big applicator, very large doe foot here, and overall it's just a very large tube. Here's a little hand swatch so you guys can see what it looks like. I am a little stuffy right now, so I'm trying to sniff it, but I don't notice any sort of scent. I actually think that it's fragrance free. Yeah, I don't think so. So my lips are bare right now. They're quite dry, honestly. They've been dry since it's been colder. So let's apply Pink Cloud. Now this one gives me the same type of effect as their Lip Butter Balm in Pink Sugar. It does start off very bright when you first apply it to the lips, but as you blend it in, it is just a very subtle pink shade. I think it just brings out a little bit of pinkness from my natural lips, and it just blends in really nicely. It's not like Barbie pink, neon pink, anything like that. Let's talk texture. I think this feels like a very beautiful traditional lip oil in the sense that it's very slick, but it has a little bit of a balmy feel to it. It's definitely a lot thinner than their butter balms. If you've ever used that formulation, it is quite thick of a balm, but it definitely feels like a liquefied lip balm, you know? While this one has a little bit more slickness, more slipperiness to it, you know? Doesn't have any stick to it. You can see a little goopiness though. I feel like that's pretty typical with any sort of liquefied balm or lip oil. Let's add a little more to see if it gets like super goopy. I think it delivers a good amount of shine, but it's not going to be like drippy lips, you know? Like it's not going to be extreme high shine, but I think it's a very toned down, very hydrated lip oil look. And it has a slight minty feeling to it. It doesn't say anything on the description about being plumping, anything like that. So the mintiness might just be there, you know, just to add a little bit of freshness. I'm a little concerned about it becoming goopy though, because as I'm talking, I feel like you can kind of see like strings. Ooh, they have a little bit of a sweet taste to them. I want to say it's almost like a sweet mint. Can barely tell though. And again, I don't notice any scent to them. All right, so again, here's the shade Pink Cloud. I think it's a really nice subtle lip color. Next, we have the shade Blush Dreams. Here is Blush Dreams, a swatch on the back of the hand. It does look like it's going to be a little bit more opaque than Pink Cloud. All right, not going to wipe off the doe foot. I'm just going to take everything on there. So before you press your lips together, like this bottom half looks really, really shiny. So that kind of shows me that you can definitely build this up to be more glossy. I like this shade. This one kind of looks like it enhances my natural lip color. I think it definitely makes it a little bit lighter. However, I think it looks nice. It seems to suit my skin tone really nicely. It's a nice neutral dusty rose shade, I would say. Dusty rose or dusty pink, one of those. Feels exactly the same, but this one seems to have a little bit more opacity. I think I used just a little bit more. Still, I think even with the swatch, you could kind of see it was a little bit more opaque to begin with. I think that this would be really beautiful with a darker lip liner, and then just use this to fill in the rest of the lips, and that would be like a full lip combo for me. Again, I am seeing a little bit of stringiness and a little bit more because, like I said, I think I added a little bit more of the product. If that doesn't bother you, then it shouldn't be an issue, but it is something I'm noticing, so that's why I decided to mention it. Next up, we have the shade Soft Mauve. I do like this applicator. I think it's nice and big to where you can just do like one swipe and get the entire lip, you know? Ooh, I like Soft Mauve. I think this is a little bit cooler in tone than Blush Dreams, so it does definitely look more like a mauve, a little more grayish, you know? But I do think that this is really flattering on the lips. I like this a lot. Now I'm curious to see what these look like side by side because they do seem to have a lot of similarities just on the lips. So let's swatch them next to each other. So here is Soft Mauve and here is Blush Dreams. You can definitely see side by side. This one does have a little bit more of a purpley cool undertone, while this is more pink, and I would still say it's a little bit, is that cool? I don't know. I don't know what that undertone is, but you can tell this is more pink while this one is more mauve. And I just want to note, I did a pretty thick swatch here, and you can kind of see how runny the lip oil is. Like it's starting to run down the back of my hand, so it is more of that slick, very lightweight lip oil. And last of the bunch, we have Rosewood Nights. Nice cool toned brown shade here. This actually shears out so beautifully. You can still see a little bit of your natural lip color underneath it, but it definitely adds a little bit of darkness to it. And I love a good brown gloss. I just think that it looks so classy and sophisticated, a little bit done up, you know? All right, here we have a Rosewood Nights. I really like this tone. I think that this again would be really beautiful with any lip liner, like a darker lip liner, and then use this on top of it. It's not splotchy at all. Sometimes with darker lip colors, you know, obviously it can be a little bit more splotchy, but this seems to give even pigmentation throughout. Okay, so those were the swatches for all of the lip oil shades. Now let's kind of talk about the formulation of these. So they're definitely slicker. They're very thin and lightweight. I think that they actually feel like over time they're going to add hydration to the lips. Like it's not one of those lip oils that kind of just sits on top of the lips, you know? I would say that this is a true lip oil versus being like a lip gloss, lip oil hybrid, you know what I mean? I think that the main use of this as a lip oil, as a treatment type of thing on the lips is going to be great. And then the tint is like an added bonus to it. The only con that I'm seeing so far is just like that stringiness, you know? So whenever I went in with thicker layers, you could kind of see a little bit of stringiness as I was speaking. And I don't know if that bothers anybody. Sometimes it can bother me, especially if it's a thicker consistency. Luckily, since this is a more lightweight consistency, I'm not noticing it too much, but keep that in mind, especially if you do tend to have issues with like lip products traveling and getting on your teeth and stuff. As far as a comparison with the Summer Fridays lip butter bombs and these lip oils. So these lip oils definitely a lot thinner in consistency. The Summer Fridays lip balms are a thick liquefied lip balm. These are definitely very thin in consistency compared to those. They do give you similar glossiness. I would say that the pigmentation on the lip oils are a little bit stronger than they are on the lip butter bombs. I almost want to say that the even pigmentation is easier to get with the lip oils just because they are a little bit more runny and they do seem to deposit that pigmentation a little bit better. Not saying the lip butter bombs are like patchy at all, but for instance with the brown sugar lip butter balm, you kind of have to finesse it a little bit. And the cherry, that one can be a little bit patchy and you kind of have to like go over it a couple times to make sure that that pigmentation is even. And I don't foresee that happening with these lip oils, and I didn't have that issue with them as I was doing the swatches. Now I do want to see how they compare to the Saie Glossybounces, because these are supposed to be a lip gloss, lip oil treatment hybrid type of thing. So it does say that it is more of a lip gloss, but the first thing that I thought when I was thinking of comparisons was the Saie Glossybounce as well as the Haus Labs pH oil. So here is the Saie Glossybounce in the shade Dream. Now I will say, because this is a lip gloss, lip oil hybrid type of thing, this one does feel a little bit tackier. It's not sticky. It doesn't have too much of a lip gloss feel, but you can definitely tell as you're applying it. It's not smoothing over the lips the same way that the Summer Fridays lip oils are. You definitely get a little bit more, how do I explain this? A little bit more tug with the Glossybounces, but again, still a very thin formulation. Can't fault it at all. It's just a difference that I've noticed with the texture of them. The glossiness seems to be similar, but I do think that the Summer Fridays one has a little bit more opacity to them. This is one of the darker shades that they have, and I feel like even though this is a brown shade and this is a purple, opacity wise, I do feel like this one just deposits a little bit more. While both of them feel nice and slick, I will say that this one almost feels a little bit more lightweight. If you've tried this formulation, that's the comparison on the two. Both of them though, really good formulations. All right, now comparing it to the Haus Labs lip oil. Now this one does say that it is a true lip oil when applying it. So this one still feels super slick, almost like watery in texture whenever you're applying it. This again, it does have a little bit of a tug to it, but when it's on the lips and you rub your lips together, they feel almost identical, I want to say. But this one does feel a little bit less sticky, a little bit less thick. But again, there's no tackiness to it. It just feels like the Summer Fridays one is a little bit more lightweight than the Haus Labs. Now the Haus Labs does seem to deliver a little bit more shine to the lips. So if you're looking for something a little bit more shiny when it comes to a lip oil, then this one definitely is. But again, pigmentation wise, I think the Summer Fridays one wins on pigmentation. Haus Labs doesn't seem to give me any type of stringiness though. Okay, so that was my review overall. I think it's a really beautiful formulation. I think it's a solid lip oil. It's going to give you a good amount of pigmentation and it feels nice and lightweight. I can definitely see a lot of people really enjoying this lip oil for that reason alone, but I think the pigmentation is something that everyone's going to enjoy because again, you're getting the hydration and nourishment of a lip oil, but you are getting the lip color in that as well. I'm worried that these are going to take a really long time to restock. Hopefully they don't, but I mean, they haven't been too consistent with their restock on the lip butter balm, so I'm really hoping that you guys can get your hands on these if you want them. I think it's worth it to pick up at least one or two of them, honestly. I'm glad that I got all four because I like all of the shades. I almost want to say that these two, Blush Dreams and Soft Mauve, are similar enough to where you can get one or the other, but just depending on if you like something a little cooler, a little warmer, a little pinker, a little purpler. But I do really enjoy all of the shades. Would I recommend? No brainer. I definitely will because I love Summer Fridays lip products. They're so nice and nourishing. And also I am just a lip product lover. I love lip oils, lip balms, lip glosses. I just love all the lip stuff. So yes, I would recommend it. Let me know if you guys picked up these lip oils before they sold out, and let me know if you're planning to pick them up when they restock. Also, let me know if you have any additional questions for me. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram and TikTok if you want to see any behind the scenes of me picking up any products that I'm going to be reviewing, as well as little reels and TikToks. If you guys like this video, if you enjoyed it, found it helpful, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this one, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!